I love fielding viewer requests, and today I'm answering a question I've received over and over, and that is, what is a chic grandmother to wear when she's spending time with her grandkids? These are the ones that are going to make you feel pulled together and polished, even when you're playing with your grandkids or taking them to the zoo or blazing a trail with them. I'm calling this a spring and summer activewear capsule wardrobe for the stylish grandmother, but really these pieces are perfect for every woman of a certain age, and really any age. But if you are a grandmother or a very involved aunt or neighbor, you're going to love the versatility and mobility that these selected pieces give you. My name is Kay, or Mimi, and this is Dress for My Day. Join me for this elevated capsule wardrobe for spring and summer for the active grandmother. Hello ladies, and welcome to today's video. Now seriously, if you're not a grandmother, I hope you will stick around because you're going to love these pieces. The reason I'm titling this video a capsule wardrobe for the active grandmother is because truly, probably at least weekly, I get requests from grandmothers who are asking me for suggestions for things to wear, to different things. And so actually I'm thinking about making this somewhat of a series, not like every week, not even every month, okay, so don't worry about that. But if you do enjoy today's content, I hope you will give me a thumbs up and share this video, because I would love to do more of these if there is a demand. And the best way for me to know if there's a demand is by the number of likes a video gets and the number of shares and views a video gets. I figure if you're watching, and if you're watching for a while, that means you like what you're seeing. And on the back end of the analytics, I can see how long people are watching these videos. So that's really helpful if you share the video with other grandmothers or, like I said, involved aunts or even next door neighbors that you know. I've selected everything here today with, yes, our grandkids in mind, but especially with you in mind. I want us to look stylish and pulled together even when we're spending time with our favorite little kids or grown kids. Whoever they might be. By the way, let me know in the comments below what your grandkids call you, or your niece or nephew. What do they call you? I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know your moniker for grandmother. You know, being a grandmother really has been somewhat life-changing for me. Maybe it has for you too. I know a lot of you are probably even more involved in your grandchildren's lives than I am. I have one grandchild and another on the way, by the way. So we're really looking forward to that. But you know, being a grandmother is a little sobering. It reminds me that I want to be here as long as I can for my children and my grandchildren. My mom and dad are still living, and we are so grateful to have them every night, just about. As my husband says our blessing over our food, he thanks the Lord for the fact that both of our sets of parents are still here. But you know what? That didn't happen by accident. Both of our sets of parents take care of themselves. They have regular doctor visits, and they get the medical help they need. And James and I are having to work on that. We have to remind ourselves to get in those yearly appointments, the tests that we need, all of those exams and everything. And it's a little daunting. I don't especially like calling and making those appointments, but I know I need to. And having a grandchild and another on the way is a little compelling when it comes to taking care of my health. Today's sponsor is Zocdoc, and I'm very grateful to them for sponsoring today's video because I'm a big believer in their system. Through Zocdoc, you can search for and find a doctor in your area who works with your insurance in one of the specialties that they have on Zocdoc, which is over 200 specialties in all 50 states. You're going to have access to over 150,000 providers on Zocdoc. You can search by specialty or location or your healthcare concern. You can also narrow down your search by looking for doctors that work with your insurance. And when you find a doctor who piques your interest, you're going to get to know more about them from the tons of reviews from real patients that are available on Zocdoc. They also have detailed doctor profiles, so you'll get a lot of information before you ever make that appointment. And speaking of making the appointment, you don't have to do that phone call thing at all. So there's no waiting, there's no picking up the phone. There's just a click of the mouse as you make an appointment right there on the website. You'll see real-time availability, so it's so easy to schedule that appointment. And you're not going to be waiting forever either. Most appointments made on Zocdoc happen within 24 to 72 hours, and you can even score same-day appointments. Zocdoc is free to use, so there's really no excuse. Ladies, especially if you are a grandmother or an aunt or that involved neighbor, remember your children and your grandchildren want you here for the long term. One of the best things you can do for yourself and them is to make those necessary appointments today. So especially if you're looking for a new doctor in an area that perhaps you've not had to see before, I encourage you right now to click on the link below at zocdoc.com/KAYHARMS to make your appointment through Zocdoc absolutely free. I have a lot to cover, so we are going to run through these fast. I'm just going to give you a few details about each piece, and please know that my intention is not that you have all of these in your closet. These are just options, and so I want us to see several different options because I know everyone likes different things, and your needs may be different depending on if you're keeping up with teenage grandkids or toddlers, right? Now, every good outfit begins with the bottoms. Hey, tell your grandkids that and they'll think you're so funny, right? They'll be laughing about that for hours. But the bottoms are important. And so we're going to start here with this pair of Athleta pants. These are their Brooklyn pants. I love the Brooklyn pants because they're in a really lightweight fabric. They feel silky soft on. They have a wide elasticized waistband, and they're a full-length pant. Now, in the past, the Brooklyn pant only came in the kind of a narrow tapered leg, but now it comes in this great wide leg. It has a really pretty ribbing down the side here, so it just adds a little interest. It has some front slash pockets and a zipper pocket here. All those utilitarian type things that are so smart to have when you are perhaps keeping up with the kids. This pant though is also great for travel. It's great for just every day. You're going to love wearing it, and it does come in other colors, but I'm showing it to you in navy. For our first look, I've just paired those navy pants with a ribbed polo top. Now, I know it's white, and some of you will say, I would never wear white with my grandkids. But you know what? Grandkids grow up. So some of you are hanging out with teenage grandkids, and you're probably just fine in a white polo. Swap in whatever color you like, but just having a few smart-looking collared t-shirts or collared shirts like a polo or a Johnny collar is so smart, I think, as that stylish grandmother. So whether you're on the golf course with your budding Tiger Woods or you're going to lunch with them, this would be a great little pairing. Now for this first look, also, I just wore some great sneakers. I think every stylish grandma needs some great sneakers in her wardrobe. These are my Tretorns. I love these because they do have the navy detailing, but they also make this same Tretorn with just all beige details, so you can find something for you there too. Good sneakers are really important, aren't they, ladies? And right now, they're so stylish with everything. You're even going to see me wearing them with dresses today. I've added one of my favorite bags for the stylish grandmother, and that is this hobo bag. I have traveled with this to a lot of different places, and it works so well. I also have it in black. It is so handy. It has a zipper here, which is great. It has a little pocket on the back with your cell phone or your reading glasses or sunglasses, and some interior pockets too. Those are so smart to have. I'm going to give you links here from YouTube when they're available, and I know one is available for this particular bag, but when a link is not available through YouTube, I have them down in the description box. So be sure to scroll down, click on that word more after I've written a few little things, and it'll scroll down and show you the description box with links to everything I have here. Another thing you could do though with that outfit is add this green sweatshirt, and I'm going to show you this with something else too, but I've just thrown this over my shoulders here in this outfit. I love this green, and I think a sweatshirt is so smart for us ladies. We do not outgrow them because they are so essential in the spring and summer, especially when I go on vacation. I always take one. This one is lovely and lightweight. I love the neckline. It's a little bit more generous than your classic sweatshirt. but this one feels feminine and fresh. I love this green color, but it does also come in white, and it does, I think, come in pink and maybe another color or two also. Now in our next look, I've paired that green sweatshirt with my endless high-rise pants. Now you've seen me show these a lot probably if you've been around. I love to travel in these endless high-rise pants. They are a slightly tapered leg or a straight leg. They have that nice wide elasticized waistband up at the top and a faux zipper placket, so they look really sharp. You can dress them down with sneakers or you can dress them up a little bit. In fact, when you reach your destination, when you're traveling, you can even put on a heel and a pretty blouse with these pants. They are so smart. Now these are a little heavier, not much, but just a little heavier than the Brooklyn pant. And that's why I wanted to show you that Brooklyn pant, because it's going to be really useful during the summer, during those hotter days. But this is a super pant, especially for playing golf. It does have those nice zipper pockets here to hold the balls. And it's just a smart looking pant with a polo top, or even of course with that sweatshirt. To that look, I've added another great little crossbody bag. This is the one I'm actually taking to England. This one is by the Sack, and it has all the zipper pockets and the non-zipper pockets inside that you could want, plus it has a zipper pocket on the outside, and of course the main pocket zips, and it does have another little pocket on the outside that snaps. So such a very functional crossbody. Of course it does adjust there at the strap too. Speaking of that endless high-rise pant though, there is a new kid in town. This is the endless high-rise in the barrel pant. So just a new option. The top is very similar. It's really the same. It has those same side zip pockets and the back little faux welt pockets, I believe they are. This is in the color mushroom or truffle. I can't remember which, something like that. And it does have that barrel leg, so it gives you a little more room around your thighs and even around your hips. So it's very, very comfortable once again for travel or just for a busy day with the grandkids. I've topped this look with another really smart piece from Athleta that I am crazy about. Now first, I'm just wearing a ribbed tank top. Having 1, 2, or 10 little ribbed tank tops in your wardrobe is so smart for spring and summer. I'm wearing a pink one right now. This one is from Me&M. This one is from Talbot's. You're just going to find them everywhere, but I do have them linked below. And I do believe that Athleta has them also. This little jacket is a stretchy jacket. So it may look like a denim jacket, but it's not. It's this wonderful moisture wicking fabric with a little bit of UPF properties, and it's so stretchy. It's perfect for travel or that busy day with the grandkids when you are popping out that stroller and setting it up, popping it back together, putting it in the trunk, lifting that toddler, putting her in the car seat, all of those things. This jacket's going to work. Now, I know it's white, but it does come in black and a dark kind of a teal green color too. I'm loving this jacket, and it works nicely with really all the pants I'm showing. With this outfit, I'm wearing a really fun shoe. You know, sneakers continue to be on trend and such an important part of a woman's wardrobe, but so are the Mary Janes. Yeah, they're back and we're enjoying those. So now the Mary Jane and the sneaker have, yes, grown up and they have had a baby. This is the Mary Jane sneaker. And I've tried on a few and didn't really care for how they felt, but this one from Dolce Vita really feels good. This is a great feeling little sneaker. I would not wear a sock with this unless you can get one from Chic Socks, and I'm sure you can, that does not show through the top of this shoe. So I'll link you below to a Chic sock that would work really well with this little sneaker if you're interested in that, but I'm not wearing one here and it feels really good. Now maybe you're hitting the trail with your grandkids. Maybe they're a little older and they're ready to get out. They're rough and tumble and they're ready to head for the woods. Mimi or Nana absolutely can keep up, and you can look stylish while you hike. And so I have recently gotten some new hiking pants from LL Bean. I am loving these because they're lightweight. They are full length When I'm going to England, I'm going to be in the Cotswolds. We're going to be doing some walking between some of those towns. I hear there are stinging nettles. That's a plant that grows along the trail there, and we do not want those to scratch against our ankles. I hear they sting horribly. So I had to get full-length pants, but you know, when I wear them later in the summer, I want to be cool enough. So these are a nice lightweight. I will be wearing these all spring and summer. I think they're so smart looking. They have all the bells and the whistles and the zippers that you need to store things away, little pockets here and there. And they do come, of course, in other colors as well. They're very reasonably priced too for the quality you're going to get here. I've paired those sharp looking hiking pants with an equally sharp looking top. I prefer to hike in a button-up shirt like this one. It has great sun protection properties. This one is a really pretty red. I also have a blue one. Comes in lots of nice colors. There is an air vent in the back with some little netting, so it's really going to keep you cool. I just think this keeps me a lot cooler than anything that's clinging to me. So especially when you're hiking in the warmer months, this one's really smart. It does have a little zipper pocket along the side and then a Velcro pocket here. Just such a pretty top to wear with those pants, or even a navy or a gray or a black. Don't head out in the trails, though, of course, without your hiking shoes. I recently got these little hiking shoes for my trip to London, actually to the Cotswolds, where we'll be walking those trails. I love the fact that this is a kind of a smaller shoe. It's not huge like a lot of hiking shoes or hiking boots. It feels so comfortable on my foot. It has lots of room in the toe box, too, I've noticed. It's kind of a wide fit. So if you have a foot that, you need that, I have noticed that I can use the laces to really kind of make it a little wider or more narrow depending on my socks that I'm wearing. Great little shoe, and I will link it for you below. Okay, let's get into a few outfits that are not quite as much activewear oriented. These are more everyday things. You're going to lunch with your grandkids, maybe you're even going to go to a movie. Maybe you're going to the zoo. You're not necessarily wanting to wear something moisture. We can just want to stay cool, look fresh as a cucumber, and want to look like the stylish grandmother you are. These are a great little cotton pant, just lots of little pockets. So once again, that utility style. They have a high rise. They have a little, kind of like a shoelace tie here at the front. Really sporty and youthful looking. Now look, your grandkids are not going to lose their Mimi with red pants, right? You just tell your grandkids, if you lose Mimi, you go to a park official and you say, my Mimi is wearing red pants, and they will find you. So yes, these are great little red pants. I absolutely love them. They look fresh, they look fun, and we're doing a little color blocking with them. I've added a really pretty violet top over top here. And I did a little color blocking in last week's video with all the silk from Lily Silk and everything, and I asked a question, do you like the color blocked look that I showed at the end of the video? And people gave me mixed answers, which was all great. That wasn't my favorite look either, but somebody said in the comments, hey, when you color block, add a piece that contains both of those colors. So smart. I knew to do that, but I did not think to mention it that day, and I didn't do it that day. But you can do it with something even as simple as just a little bracelet. So here we're adding just this little bracelet from Noonday. Love shopping Noonday. In fact, I have a code for them, K10, K-A-Y-10, where you'll get 10% off. This little bracelet added over those red pants and this violet colored top is going to pull that whole look together and just really make it sing. That was so fun. Let's do some more color blocking. We're going to start with a navy Eileen Fisher linen pant. Just beautiful. It's a wide leg, ankle length. Now over these navy pants, I've added another color. This is a soft turquoise, also from Eileen Fisher. Love that little V-neck, is so flattering. A soft, lightweight cotton, I think it's a Pima cotton t-shirt, just really beautiful. To pull this little color combination together, the first thing I'm going to do is add a pretty scarf. This is a beautiful little diamond silk scarf from Ralph Lauren, and I'm not sure it's available in this particular color anymore, but I'm going to try to find it. They had sold out last I checked, but it does come in a red and also another pretty blue, but I think that pulls together really nicely for a casual look. I've also topped that look with a little jacket here because, of course, Mimis need their jackets, Grannies need their jackets. This little jacket is in almost the same color, really almost identical to that little shirt. It's not the same brand, but you know me, I'm a big believer when you buy a jacket, make sure you have a t-shirt or a tank top or something to wear underneath it in the same color. It just gives you great mileage, and anytime you double up the color up top, it's just going to make your outfit look more impactful and more intentional. And so that's another way to color block really smart. Now, another way, though, that I've worn that soft aqua top and that jacket is with this everyday casual pant here. This is from Splendid LA. They do a great job with very casual but elevated clothes, so perfect for the busy, active grandmother. These are, I'm imagining, like a tinsel or a cotton and tinsel blend of some kind. Just super soft, super functional, have pockets in the back, big old pockets here in the front, a nice cinchable waistline here. These are going to feel so comfortable and so cool as you move through the summer. And with this outfit too, I wore those Mary Jane sneakers again. I just think that comes together so cute. You are going to look like such a great grandmother. Of course, it's also smart to have some dresses that you can move around in. This little dress is part of J. Jill's Wherever collection. So that means you can wear it wherever. It really is a kind of an activewear or a travel line. Just really get out and go. This is a dress that's very similar to one that I have enjoyed for a few years from J. Jill that is sleeveless. So I was really glad they came through with this little kind of a cap sleeve or a very short sleeve little top with a beautiful V neckline, some detailing here. This one is navy and white, and it was fast selling out. I'm really hoping they'll restock it, but it also comes in black. So just a really smart little shift dress here. Super soft fabric with a beautiful drape, does not wrinkle, just wears so nicely. I've paired it here with those little tree-torn sneakers for just a great day of getting out, taking a walk with the stroller. It's going to be a perfect outfit also, of course, maybe for like going to the zoo or something like that. And remember, smart nanas know that you always wear your Thigh Society slip shorts under these dresses. That's why I don't have any panty lines with this dress or anything. Not only that, these are cooling shorts. So they really do keep you cool, keep you from getting all sweaty, you know? And they keep your thighs from chafing too, if you, like me, have that problem. So these come in lots of different colors and different lengths. I usually like the 7-inch and the 5-inch, but they do come in 9 and I think even longer than that. My final piece is this great little linen dress from J. Jill. Now you might think, well, linen, that's going to wrinkle, but hey, there are times, well, once again, when you're doing things with your grandkids, when wrinkling is not an issue. Maybe you're taking your granddaughter out for tea somewhere or for lunch. A pretty linen dress is going to be spot on, and this one is cool and comfortable. Just a pretty dress that gives you that airy feeling that feels cool and comfortable. Is really smart for the stylish grandmother. Let's see what I'm doing with that dress. First of all, I'm wearing my little Naote sandals. These are, I think, the Dorith sandals, and they have been available now for several years. I walked all over London in these about 3 years ago during the summer. They are so comfortable. So yes, you actually can walk miles in this little sandal. It is almost like a hiking sandal, but you can see it's gold lame. It is just absolutely beautiful. So it works really nicely with dresses and especially as you travel. I'm carrying my straw hobo bag from J. McLaughlin, and I put a little scarf from Noonday on here just to pull some more color and add a little fun to this outfit. That is my capsule wardrobe for the active grandmother who wants to look stylish this spring and summer. I would love to hear what you love about being a grandmother. What do they call you? What do you enjoy doing with them? What kinds of activities do you do with your grandkids? And hey, I know that not every viewer is a grandmother. I completely get that. I just became a grandmother about 2 years ago. This is not just for grandmothers, but I just thought today it was time to answer that question that I get on a weekly basis about what should a grandmother wear when she's spending time with her grandkids. Thank you so much to Zocdoc for sponsoring today's video. You know, ladies, I know it may seem like a small thing, but just clicking that link below to Zocdoc.com/KAYHARMS is a huge step in the right direction of prioritizing your health for your kids and your grandkids. Taking care of your health just got easier with Zocdoc. Thanks for watching today, ladies, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye now.